WebFox here, doing a free movie review on Marcy May, Marlene. Bit of a tongue twister there. Supposedly a prequel to Susie Sells a Peck of Pickled Peppers. Womp womp. Anyway, this movie stars Elizabeth Olsen, the youngest daughter of the Olsen family, as you may know from the Olsen twins. So she's not one of the twins. She's a younger sister to the twins, thankfully. Anyway, wow, this movie sure was something. I saw it last night, and I'm still kind of scared of it, as it follows a cult and a girl who so happens to escape from it, or at least tries to escape. Could go either way. Now, this is a movie which I recommend you see the trailer before you even think about seeing it, because this trailer will show you how suspenseful it is. In the movie, well, just think if the trailer was extended to about an hour and a half long. That's a lot of suspense there. So, as I said, this is based on a girl who is trying to get away from the cult. Sort of like, the Manson family from back in the day? You got a very charismatic leader who is just the cock of the walk, literally, as his lackey boys and the servant women. I must say, the editing is quite well done, or could be very confusing depending on how you see it. For as the scenes quickly change, well, not necessarily quickly, but suddenly change from when Martha, played by the Olsen girl, is either inside the cult, adapting and living with, to shortly after she got away from the cult, reconnecting with her sister and just trying to find out how to live a normal life. Kind of interesting to see how normal people, wink wink, and the cult differ dramatically. How the cult members sort of go with the flow, as the person before them tells them this is how things are. New people just go with it and don't question it, and then they start teaching even newer people. I must say, I've been kind of scared of cults ever since I've heard about them. I had the idea of how they work, and seeing this, I believe, gives a good description of how they work out and just scares me even more. This movie is not recommended to somebody who gets confused quite easily. This movie clocks in about just over an hour and a half with credits. Practically an hour and a half itself without the ending credits. And this movie doesn't necessarily have an ending, whereas it suddenly stops. So don't expect really closure unless you're willing to think about what happens next in your mind. The sister that Martha has is named Lisa, who has a husband. And I feel that he wasn't quite worked out that well in this movie. For as we see the movie, we sympathize with Martha of how she was treated in the cult and how she's trying to readapt into normal society without proper help by just living with her sister and her sister's husband. Her sister's husband, who has his own backstory, which they go over somewhat, is irritated to have this Martha around for the way that she acts and talks, and just lays on the uncomfortable level high onto Martha's sister and him. So we kind of feel like he's a jerk, but you just gotta keep in mind that he's just not understanding what's going on, and what happened to her, and why she's acting like this. And he has his own problems to deal with. So if the trailer intrigues you, or if you want to see a movie that's about a cult, then check it out. If not, this is probably a avoidable one, because not that the acting was bad, it was very good. In fact, they spent an entire song that's sung by the head cult member with the camera almost on him the whole time, except for one or two cuts to Martha as she reacts to the song, which was called Martha's Song. Creepy. So yes, I've found this a very good movie, but I am still freaked out about it. So this is one that you may want to do a bit of research before you want to go into, because it's heavy and a bit dirty. And also a little thing that as you watch the movie, you'll see that the picture may get kind of grainy at some areas as she's in the cult. Sort of a little old documentary feel. Kind of find it interesting.